Okay. Hello, Molly.
Hello, Alec.
It's an...
It's the ice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was my fault. I went to and then we.
Yeah, no, I thought we were gonna do a little. Can we try it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
Okay.
Oh, you're. I just don't know
thinking
when
maybe
it's
I was gonna
end.
keep going, and then you were just gonna.
I wish I could.
I was gonna
even
do low,
compete with
and
that
then you
because
were
I
gonna.
can't. I can't compete with that. I'm like literally starstruck.
You just keep going like, ba-da-da-da-da, and just progressively get higher. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Ba-da-da.
Ba-da-ba-da-da.
Ba-da-da-da.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Da-da-da-ba, da-da-da-ba-ba-da.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ru-ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The ice room.
That was the best one yet.
There you go.
I was feeling the vibe.
That's how I wanted to get to it. Just a little pots, pans. You know, you don't know what's coming what way.
That was really good. That was really good.
It took us a second. We had to sync up there.
Yeah.
We had to get our flow right. We got our flow right. We found the right pace. So we're in a different place today, Molly.
Welcome back to a different place.
Yeah, welcome back into the ice room. Again, it's not the ice room.
But it is the ice room.
It is the ice room. It's the metaphorical ice room, because what does the ice room mean to us? It's that place where we're hiding out.
Oh yeah.
And we're chatting a little bit of shit. It's that place where we're
grabbing some ice.
We in the back, nobody's looking, so we got a couple.
Well,
things
everybody's
to say.
looking. Everybody's looking, Alec. If there's one thing that goes on in the ice room, you're always being watched.
Oh,
especially if you're the cleaning crew trying to steal some bottles of Henny. Do you remember that?
No.
What?
Oh, you know what? I mean, it rings a bell.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get into a whole story before we got into the whole.
No, it's fine.
thing.
I mean, that's the point.
I thought
really,
about that the other day.
Stories.
I thought about that the other day when I was in. So we have a liquor cage in the back by the ice in the ice room. It's a liquor cage, but it doesn't go all the way to the ceiling. The cage itself, there's still like a little bit of space at the top, and usually we lock it at night and stuff. And the cleaning crew comes in, and this one we were having a bad time with cleaning crews. We were switching them out for a while. Remember that?
We were. I mean, the cleaning crew, is an outside hire.
It is.
So we don't really account for who they might be. So we bring in some people, some outside help.
Yeah.
So we're not really sure.
So these guys were skeptical. They were very
we were skeptical. Yeah, there were reason to be skeptical. Well, we should have been skeptical. They might have been sketchy, I think might have been the word you were going for.
It was there was only two of them, and our restaurant, like we said before, is really big.
I'm trying to remember what these people looked like, because I barely remember this.
I think it was like this one guy with like a fro, and I think there was like an older lady with him. It wasn't even like a younger lady. It was an older lady, I think.
Oh, you know what? I remember like a time, I think they would come at night.
Yeah, they would come in at night, after everybody, basically.
Which is bizarre.
And then the thing is, we have obviously cameras around our restaurant, and there was a camera facing the liquor cage, obviously, to make sure nobody steals our liquor bottles. And this guy jumped the fence, stole 3 Malibus, 4 Hennessy bottles.
How high is it? I'm trying to visualize it in my head right now. I thought you couldn't fit over the fence. You could jump over the fence.
Yeah, you can. Kind of defeats the purpose of having a key and everything, I guess.
Well, you wouldn't think that somebody would climb the cage, and there's not a lot of people that are there off hours.
I think he had
that.
cahoots. He was throwing bottles over the fence while his friend was catching it, giving it back out.
That's some good shit. Honestly, I kind of respect it.
They got caught by Dave, actually. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And Dave was the one. Dave, I feel has been an undercover superhero of ours. He was like he was a busboy who became a runner, who became a barback.
Undercover superhero.
Yeah, he became a servant, and then he
became a father.
Who became father. Who became a manager. So he's been looking out for us since like
well,
day
you know
one.
what? I will also say he was a superhero on a day when there were some outside activities. People were roasting weenies on the patio.
Tell us about the roasting of weenies.
Well, I really don't want to put it all that, vulgar for the viewer to hear.
Oh, that was really how it was. There were weenies out there. Weenies were out.
My man, he was roasting his own weenie, and we don't sell hot dogs. There's no hot dogs in the restaurant.
Although I get asked that quite
but
often.
This
Do you got hot dogs here? No. We got filet.
It's a simple food. You would think that maybe we could have some hot dogs at the goddamn restaurant,
We got hot dogs.
But anyway, we're a hot dogless, bunless restaurant. And this man was straight out there on the patio, and he had himself a good time. He might have been a little barbecued himself, He was well done on the patio, and he was roasting his weenie for for the eye to see, and it was rough. We had a good friend, Sheldon, busboy Sheldon.
Oh, I don't know. New?
No, long time ago. Who was out there this day?
Really?
He was around the same time. I know you remember DJ.
Yeah, he was back. He's back.
No, he's not back.
Oh, he was just there.
He was bearing witness to this man's personal barbecue on the patio.
God. Yeah, what was going? I just don't know what happened.
You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, so like.
Well, this man, Sheldon, was sitting there minding his own business, having his after shift drink, chilling, relaxing. And this guy was out there, roasting his weenie.
Do the viewers understand where this is coming from?
I don't.
Because I'm a little lost. So randomly, Sheldon, this guy is there who used to work with us. And then there's also Dave.
Pulled his pecker out on the patio.
Dave. It was Dave?
Well, Dave saved the day.
Oh my God. This is an old story.
This is an old story.
I thought this was new.
This is an old story, which I thought about this weekend because Dave is
a superhero. He saved the day. So some guy ended up roasting out his weenie on the patio, and Dave saved the day.
I was trying to put it lightly.
Okay, I get it now. I remember that. Okay.
I wasn't trying to say.
Well, he
man
did put
was full,
I thought you were talking about Dave was doing that on the patio. I thought it was Dave. I was like, I just couldn't imagine Dave roasting his weenie out on the patio.
No, Dave was not roasting his weenie. Dave was the superhero who saved the day because said man was out there, letting his hot dog dry out in the sun. It was nighttime, but so to speak, if you will,
Yeah.
He took his dog for a walk, and they never went back home.
What does that mean?
He forgot that poop bag for his dog, to clean up after his mess because he was going to the bathroom on the patio.
Wasn't.
Yeah,
oh my.
In front of Sheldon. That's what I'm telling you.
So it was some like hot dogs and mustard is what we're talking about here.
Yeah, he had he was roasting his weenie. He let his weenie out in the sun, and it was, some of the ketchup fell off the bun, was out down there.
No
that's
relish?
what I'm saying. Took that dog out for the walk and forgot the poop bag to clean up after himself.
Yeah. I get it. That's a lot. That's a lot. Who thinks to do these things? I don't know.
Well,
and poor Sheldon over here.
That's what I'm saying. He was out there, headphones in.
Oh, he was always a headphones in kind of guy.
He was on the patio looking at his phone, headphones in, had a little shot. Good old
you
days.
Look next to you, you just see a weenie. Wow. Well,
but yeah, Dave is a superhero. That's just a story about
and
Dave's.
Back now.
I don't know what role Dave played in that. I mean, Dave found it on camera and showed us. I think that's the role Dave played in that.
So he never saved the day.
At the end of the day, the man was removed, but he still, Sheldon still bared witness to this man,
That is pretty hilarious.
Who took his but yeah.
Anything can happen at the restaurant is what we're trying to say. Anything can happen at the restaurant.
Love, desire, passion,
dreams coming true.
The enrichment of the mind, body, and soul.
Oh, yeah. I feel that.
We were actually talking about it, and I think you might have been standing there. I'm not sure if you were standing there or not. We were talking about how we have a toxic relationship with the restaurant.
Yes.
Were you standing there?
Well, I wasn't there, but I agree.
Yeah. Just like a toxic. I don't even know how to.
Because it's like I totally agree. Because I feel like the way people talk about, like, oh, I hate this job. I hate this. Is like, they just like want to see us fail. Da 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 da. Whatever. They always complain about something. They act like the world is against them. But then at the same time, like, you're coming into work and you'd cry if you got fired. Like, they act like also it's like the end of the world too, like without
That's
it. So it's like a very toxic relationship. You want to live without it, but you just kind of can't.
I didn't even think about that. Like well, like you do. You want to live without it. You're like, I'm better than that. I don't need to be degrading myself to do this. But you come back every time.
Coming back. It's really toxic.
Like what is that? Like, it's that and they yell at you and they're upset with you and you never do a good job. I feel like it's always well, maybe that's more me. Okay. Okay. Molly.
Yeah, Alec.
So we had a bit of a
technical difficulties.
What happened? There was a like when you have like a map and like you don't take the right path,
and then it's rerouting. We had to reroute for a second.
We rerouted for a second. There was an accident. There was a collision ahead, and we swerved to avoid it.
Yeah.
We stopped. We got pancakes.
Some pancakes. Some on the road snacks.
On the road. Well, pancakes aren't exactly on the road snacks. They'd be
pancakes and on the road snacks. Need both.
You're right. We stopped for the pancakes because the syrup of the pancakes whilst on the road driving could be a bit of a problem, I'd imagine. Now, unless of course the driver is being fed the pancake by way
Have
of
you ever
almost
been fed pancakes before?
I don't think I've been fed pancakes before, honestly, but like I like kind
You
of
should.
like when I'm at Stagehouse, when I'm at the restaurant and I get a pancake that I can from brunch or whatever, like I'll roll it up little tortilla style, throw that syrup on that bitch, and shove
That's how
in.
they should make more like pancakes like that style.
Ooh.
Taquitos pancakes.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because pancakes are definitely a great food.
Oh yeah, I think I know some people may be against this, but for the longest time I would say that I was more of a pancake gal than a waffle gal. Well, now it's changing. I'm not saying I agree
I'm
with
neither
that
here nor there on the whole pancake waffle debate because
Really?
I like both a lot.
Oh, I do like both a lot. Too.
I like.
They both have their pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
Waffles are a little crunchy, but got that soft inside.
Ooh.
Pancakes soft all around.
Man, I'm making waffles. No, I'm sorry.
Want some
but
waffles now.
That does sound good though. But like you get that little syrup. You know what I really like? A little waffles ice cream.
I've never really. I wasn't ever.
If you ever go down to any boardwalk really.
Oh yeah.
Boardwalks are a great place to get those waffles ice cream because they do that. They do that up.
That's nice.
I used to be blessed. Shout out mom. Used to have the waffle maker and would make the waffles and then put the ice cream in and we would have little sandwiches like that, which is also amazing.
Wow.
You do a little powdered sugar, whatever you want on there, but it gets messy. But it's waffles ice cream. What you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
But when you find yourself on the boardwalk, which I think you do from time to time, you've been down to Point Pleasant.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I go.
Ooh, if you're ever in the mood for a sweet treat.
Oh, well, thank you for letting me know. I mean, I will definitely try it next time I'm down at the shore.
Definitely worth it, which it is the time of the year for it. because it's June 15th.
June 15th.
It's June 15th.
And we were saying, is it summertime? Is it springtime? Do we know? Is it officially summer?
See, I was going to tell you, and just to clarify, it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, June 15th, which is Pint Night. But anyway,
but
I don't mean to get sidetracked.
Pint Night?
I know. Don't tell Ian.
Everybody goes to Pint Night.
Well, it's actually Tuesday. I'm sorry. It's not Pint Night. Pint Night's tomorrow, and I will be there. I never miss a Pint Night, which is also a lie. Anyway, what you were saying, is it summer? I would say that it is summer. To me, once it starts getting warm enough that it's shorts and you're hot a lot of the time, and I would find myself being hot, also bothered a bit, but that's neither here nor there,
I feel that. All the time.
You feel hot and bothered? Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just kind of how it is, really.
Yeah.
What's up with this one? What's up with that one? Nothing. Nothing is up with that one. Can you talk real quick?
Yeah, I'm talking. So...
Nothing. We're just adjusting things middle of the podcast. You know what? Because we messed up last time. Well, as in I messed up. Alec messed up.
You don't mess up without me messing up. This is a team. Your mess ups are my mess ups.
Thank you.
Your success, my success.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My success, your success. Our failure, my failure, our failure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Really? You'll ride on that boat with me?
Yeah, I will.
That's true friendship right there.
What the fuck is that?
What are you looking at?
Hold on. It went behind the white thing.
I don't know.
It was crawling.
It was
It was big too.
Yeah,
huge.
we briefly touched on that. We're in a different spot today.
We are in a different spot today. Lovely spot. We got nature around us.
We're in a wild, wacky haven of spiders and things that crawl.
Yeah, it's fine.
Things that go bump in the night. Things that you wouldn't like to run into at the end of a dark alley.
Oh, that was so deep.
That is where we are. There's rusty saws. There's
honestly,
broken
like, if I haven't
bongs.
already been here with multiple other people too, I would definitely feel like you were kind of taking me out here to go murder me, because it is a little bit of a weird vibe.
But excuse me, I'm sorry. Wow. Get it out there. But if I was to murder you, I would have already murdered you already.
Yeah, how would you do it?
Well, there's lots of ways I could do it. It depends, what I would really... I'm not really into that sort of thing, to clarify.
Oh, my God.
If I was into that sort of thing, you would visualize it. You would fantasize about it. You'd be like, oh, look at that shovel over there. I could clock her in the head with it. Oh, look at that saw, and think about the different ways. Now, when I look at you, there's no one way that I think, oh, I should murder her like that. There's nothing that strikes me. You're better off alive, to me, honestly.
So I'm not a first-degree murder is what you're trying to say. Is that I'm not something that you'd plan out, but it'd be something very oh, right here, right now, I see this picture frame, I'm going to whack you with it.
Well, it would have to be a self-defense thing, because I would never murder somebody on a very serious level. But when you look at the serial killers, they have such ways that they go about things that are such preconceived, oh, this is what I'm going to do and this is how I'm going to do it, and they have goals in mind. Again, I look at you and I think you're better off to me alive. There's no way I'd want to
well, thank you.
See you dead.
You.
You're a great friend. Who would I talk to if you weren't here? If I killed you,
you'd be at Pint Night right now.
maybe I'd be inside doing a wee bit of reading, catching up on my books and notes.
That's good. That would be a good thing.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot of Moby Dick lately.
Really?
Yeah, Captain Ahab and the Whale.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Captain Ahab was actually a really a rat bastard. That guy, he bit off more than he could chew. And the thing about Of Mice and Men
I love
is Pony Boy rides off into the sunset and he says, "Stay golden, my friends."
I cannot
Dos Equis.
believe that you just. I cannot believe that you just like went into like 50 different books right there. You did that on purpose, right? Like you were not being dead ass. Because I'm over here like, yeah, and then
You're
Pony
like,
Boy.
"Oh, Moby Dick."
You went from Moby Dick and then Of Mice and Men, and I'm like, oh,
no,
I'm
let's just pass over it. Let's
Okay.
just continue.
right,
If they heard it, they heard it, you know. Pay attention. There's gems here. I'm dropping little gems. I'm sprinkling them in for you to hear. Some little sound bites. Anyway, Molly, so you had a wonderful weekend this weekend at the restaurant, you'd say.
Yeah, I was gonna take off because I was getting sick.
You were going to take off, but instead you decided to work both days.
Yeah, because again, it's that toxic. It's that toxic relationship. So I worked both Saturday, Sunday. Nothing that I can really remember that caught my eye this week. To be honest, I feel like.
See, I feel like that too. It's such a toxic relationship. Like, I wasn't scheduled yesterday. I worked my day job, and then on the way home, you know, our manager calls me and he goes, "Hey, can you come in?" And I said yes. You know, now here's a trick for you. If you want to say no, don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
Never answer the phone if you want to say no, because you dug yourself a hole. Don't answer the phone to your manager if you're going to say no. If you're prepared to say yes, then proceed to answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I saw his name. I said, okay, I know exactly what this is going to be. Or maybe I don't. Well, I guess they can't call you and fire you. They have to bring you in. So
Alec, you're just not worthy enough to even come in again. We're just gonna fire you right now on the spot, on the phone. You just got off of work. You're probably playing with your cat. You're having a great day. I'm gonna call Alec and just fire him right now.
could you imagine? But like that toxic relationship that
They
you just
want
keep
you to
going
give,
back to.
and they never want to like.
You
they
go
don't-
back to it.
Yeah.
So I decided, okay, I'm not doing anything tonight. Instead of relaxing, enjoying myself, kicking my feet up, having a good night, let me go to work. Let me take my 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock block, spend it at, make $30. Sorry. Spend it at the restaurant, make $30. I edit these.
I know.
It's fine.
I know. Go ahead.
And for what? For what? But it's that toxic relationship. Oh, give me some of that restaurant. Let me get some tables out here. You know?
No, but
Let me get a hit of those tables.
okay, I do know what you mean. I know exactly.
Let me get a hit of those tables. What are the specials today?
Do you enjoy?
I get fired up
selling
to
your-
serve tables, I think.
Yeah?
Maybe. Yeah, sorry. Wow, I'm
You
getting
look
very
forward
excited
to
over the
your
last 5 seconds over here.
pre-shifts and your specials and your service of the day.
You think about the good times, but what you should be thinking about is the bad times. Think about the times that they hit you, cheated on you, lied to you, and none of that's okay. And we don't condone any of that behavior.
Not that our restaurant does.
Think about the times, they said that they would, take you out, and buy you nice things and flowers, and they never did, make that decision. Leave that man, move on.
This is your message to leave him. Dump him now. If you're watching this, dump him now.
Him is your job and your toxic relationship with the restaurant.
The restaurant.
Dump your restaurant and go on to a better life, please, because I can't and I
can't.
won't.
And I won't either.
I refuse to leave for a better life,
Wow.
That's what I had to say about that.
That was a lot.
That's what I had to
say.
say about my toxic relationship with the restaurant.
I listen. I hear you. I hear you 100%.
Can we go to something now?
Yeah, let's go watch this.
we have a wonderful video here.
We have a caller.
We have a caller on the line. We got a wonderful submission from a good friend of ours, Mike. He's a coworker of ours, but we're just gonna watch it. I haven't seen it, and neither has Molly. So this is both of our first times, and your first time as well.
What's up, viewers of the Icebox?
Mike. Mike, wrong name.
The Icebox.
Mike. Okay. Hey, it's fine.
Mike here. And I'm honored to share this video with the viewers.
Are you honored? You got the name wrong.
Right now, it's a Tuesday. It's a beautiful day out. And I can't ask for anything else.
Tuesday.
Days like this really make you think. Not sure where I'm going with that. But
Wait, why is Mike's question our whole podcast? It goes, today is Tuesday. It's a day.
Oh my god.
Not sure where I'm going with that. Let's watch. There's more.
Yeah,
here.
there's more. There's more.
what I want to say to all the people watching this video. Hey, freak show! You got 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. And that's it, really. Comment below if you know where that line is from, and the winner will get a prize. Alec Molly will decide what the prize will be. But have a good one. Have a good one.
Okay, thank you, Mike, for that wonderful submission. I don't know that reference. He makes that reference with me all the time, and I don't know what he's talking.
I don't know what to say. I love Mikey though.
That was a great video.
And that is just one of our coworkers. But,
3 minutes of playtime with me. I don't. Oh, he said it's. Oh, you know what? I won't tell you because apparently we have a surprise. For the winner. The prize is the gift of knowledge. The gift of knowledge. The gift of power.
And we
I'm just going to say a bunch of garbage
again. We will
again.
only share that information if you get that correct. So
Yeah.
comment below that reference and you shall get a prize of knowledge.
Also, say something nice to Mike if you like Mike, and also I'd like to say Mike is a single man, on the market, ladies, hit him up.
He's like a business owner of his own
Business mogul.
Oh my fucking god!
It's an ant.
I'm sorry. I know, and I usually don't get scared of bugs. I really don't. But
yo, look at this guy though.
That thing came
he's getting in the mic. Yo.
Yo, what?
I wonder, they did just see that. Yo, I mean, hey, all kinds of things happen. All kinds of things are going to happen. You don't know. So what did we have? What did he say?
There was no question involved. But we're happy to see Mikey always.
We're happy to see. Oh, he's a business mogul. Ladies, he's a business mogul, business tycoon.
Mm-hmm.
He's a money Twitter guy.
Is he really?
No. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Twitter.
I'm just throwing things out there. He actually deals baseball cards and shoestrings on the corner.
He's getting into gumball machines as well. The thing is back. I know it's coming back,
No.
but it is.
The same
I saw him
one?
over there.
It's all the way over there. Yo, that was a fast ant, though.
He was fast. That's what I'm saying. I'm not scared of, but yep, there he is.
No way this is the same
It
ant.
has to be. Like, there's not that many ants in here.
Yeah, but there's enough for this to be a different ant because it's on the same table.
It doesn't look as big, and he doesn't look as fast. Now I'm feeling ants on me.
Got ants in your pants, got ants in your pants, got ants in your pants, got ants in your
I think
pants.
it just pooped. Did you see that?
No.
Or maybe it was like a little dusting from
It was maybe a little table dust.
ants in your pants.
Ants in your pants, got ants in your pants, got ants in your pants, got ants in your pants.
All right. Well, anyway, back to Mike.
Back to Mike. Anyway, back to Mike. Should we
he
watch
has
it again? No.
He has gumball machines in the business, in the works.
Yeah.
He cuts hair. He's a barber.
He cuts
10 out of
hair,
10,
but he won't
loyal
cut
as
your
hell.
heart.
Yes. We'll cut your hair, but we'll never cut your heart. So.
Yeah, but won't cut you out of his life. He'll cut a seat for you at his table and cut off a little slice of heaven for you to enjoy with him. And then
so that is Mike. I feel
cut
like this
you
is a
a
dating
slice-
show. Like, he just entered a video of himself, and we're like,
ooh, welcome,
whoa.
Bachelor number 1. This is Mike. He's a beautiful Latino hunk from New Jersey. I know where he lives, but I don't need to listen. We don't need to have his whole town swarm.
The way that Mikey be looking, the women out there, the viewers.
Yeah, we can't be giving out the town name like that. They'd be
Yeah.
knocking on the door, asking the mayor, "Where's Mike? Where's that sexy man with that fine ass facial hair?
Oh my god.
A freak show." Yo, I have a great Mikey story. The other night, we were having a wonderful time. Me and Mikey, we love the Yankees. Or we don't love the Yankees, but the Yankees are...
The Yankees love you.
We love the song that the Yankees play after they win a game. New York. So we do a little singing of that. We do a little dancing to that.
Oh, yeah?
Bum, dun, 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 bum,
Yeah.
a little something to that. That's the behavior you could expect to see out of me and Mike. And yeah. Anyway, don't mean to just, strut our stuff like that.
No, Mikey is a great guy. Honestly, me and Mikey, when we do work together, which is not as often as I'd actually like, but when we do work together, we like to order mozzarella sticks together and some food like a salmon.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and I will say that mozzarella sticks do not taste the same without you, Mikey. So I just want to let you know, I only like to order them with you. I don't eat them without you ever. They are just only good when I eat them. Is
this true? You don't eat
This
the
is a
mozzarella
fact.
sticks without Mike?
I don't eat mozzarella sticks on my own.
Wow, you hear that, bro?
So Mikey,
That's true love right there. Maybe there's a connection there. What's good?
The ant is on my flipping cord.
Yo, this is
fast he is.
yo. I am so confused. What is going on? And this is the same ant we're seeing.
Yeah, he's making his rounds. This is his nightly workout. We're in the way
But
of
we
him.
fully flipped him off the table. Like, I fully flipped him. Okay, now he's on the ground again. So if he gets back up, he was over there scuttling around.
I feel like this ant is trying to steal the show, and I just don't want to let it, I feel like I already gave him enough attention.
We gave him plenty of attention,
So
honestly.
at this point, he's not getting any more. He's not getting paid for this. Like, we're not paying him to be here.
That's true. I did slip him a couple coins under the table. But, maybe to make an appearance. But he's not officially being paid on the books as far as anybody knows. Anyway. So, some interesting events happened this some transgressions, could you say? I think transgressions means bad events in English. Look that up. Double fact check me on that, but I have no idea what transgressions means. But I think it means a bad event that took place. So there were some transgressions
Okay.
this past weekend.
And what were they, Alec? Tell the audience.
I'm not fully sure. Now, were you there on Friday?
I was not there on Friday.
Interesting. You know what would be hilarious? To just read the message aloud and be
Oh
like,
my god, I didn't read it. Is it bad?
I don't know if we should do that.
No,
I feel like that'd be
that would be hilarious. though.
that would be funny. I don't know what kind of a sense of humor anybody who's in charge of me has, and I don't want them to fire me.
They've been on a firing rampage.
They've been on the
recently,
chopping
which
block.
is fine. You know, like sometimes you need to cut the fat, right?
Yeah,
But
you know, I've
I
kind of
wouldn't
talked
say-
about this, and I you gotta cut the fat, but then at the same time, sometimes that fat, man, that shit tastes good.
Yeah, well, you need a little bit of fat. You need a little something.
Get a little grease on there. That shit tastes good, you know.
Yeah.
That fat, is that busser who always has a joke for you. You know, now he might not be cleaning your table, but he's
making your
funny as
day.
hell.
Yeah, he's making a night worthwhile of working.
You know, that fat might be, your server who's a friend of yours, and he shows up late and he's drunk on the job, but he's damn sure funny and you like him. He may smell bad and be unkept and call out all the time, but he's still a great guy. And even if I don't want him to talk to me, I still want him around to exist in the restaurant.
That's true. It's sad when anybody goes. So people getting fired in general is just not. It always leaves a sad little
tear in my heart.
Tear in my heart. Yeah.
Something I'll never be okay with. I don't know, but I've talked about this before. I think it's my the problem I have is with the change. I mean, losing a person like that, because then they're gone, and you're like, oh wow. Like, that's the last thing I ever got to say to them, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And it's final. It's so final. It's like death, except, like, they still live, but they just don't.
You'll just probably never talk to them
You'll
ever again.
never see them again unless you were really good friends with them. But, like, most of the people, you're not. And especially if you don't, like, live in the area. Some people live in the area and are locals and still just make their way around all the time. And some people are never seen or heard from again.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've talked to Taylor?
Yeah. Or Ruth. Do you remember Ruth?
Every time we bring up old people, you bring up Ruth.
I loved Ruth. No, she was like one of the first people to train me, so I'm always like, Ruth. After she trained me, she's like, deuces. Or that guy Ryan that also trained me. He was like
the older accountant,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
But like either which way, I feel like the reason why also I bring her up is she keeps popping up on my Instagram, but I feel like it's too late to like follow because it's just such an old. I mean,
what do you mean? Like you haven't followed her? Like you don't follow her?
No, I don't follow a lot of people even that we work with today. So it's just like,
you know what? I think it's weird because then it's like, oh, I follow like a bunch of people that I barely know.
Yeah, I don't like doing that. That's why I say like she's been popping up, but I'm like,
and like,
not really like gonna follow. So I just like she pops in my mind because I see it too. But
interesting. I think that all the time, and sometimes it's like, but that's why it's like when I work with you and we have a relationship is when I follow you, because then like if I come across you later down the line, yeah, I'm gonna be like, oh well, they might not like. I don't know how they feel about me.
yeah.
That's what's weird, but that's why it's like once you get fired, it's kind of like, well, okay, well maybe I guess we'll see each other on Instagram, but other than that, like that's it. And that's why it's like you leave that hole in the heart where it once was. Where that love once was.
I agree. I agree with that. But back on Friday, there was some issue, and we don't gotta get into nothing because I don't really know anything, and I don't think you know anything, and it's kind of just up in the air. But basically, last few podcasts we brought up the fact that we could drink.
Yeah, this was really funny when we talked about it because we literally go, yeah, and we don't think that's a good idea.
And honestly, I'm not saying that they watch our podcast at all, but I was like, how coincidental that we are like, they should not give us free drinks. And then next week, they're like, you know what, guys?
Yeah.
No more free drinks.
Yeah, who's watching these, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's such a wild thing because I thought about it. It's like, what if you show up? Okay, before. So yeah. So we're not allowed to. We like we said,
our drinking privileges are now revoked. Even if we don't get a free drink, we're just not allowed, period, to drink at the job.
Yeah, I think
site.
you just said that the free drinks were banished, but all of the drinking for the current period
of a week. And I feel like it's like, am I allowed to like come in on my off day with like non-clothes, like totally?
Well, that's what I said.
Related to the job, like, can I still come in?
That's what I said. It's like, well, what if I'm with my family and I live here? Like, I
feel like they would understand. I think it's just like you can't get off of a shift and then just go drinking at the bar. Probably.
Yeah, which is a different story than like, hey, you can't come in because like that's an interesting thing. Well, can I come in on my off day? You know, I maybe live pretty close, so it's like, can I come in? You know, this is a bar that I like to go to.
Nobody to like look down. Like they don't want, like, people know that we work there, so I feel like they don't want the restaurants to have a bad look anymore if people are drinking at the place. Which is
to give a little bit of insight.
Honestly,
into,
I understand it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I totally understand it because to give a little bit of the insight into what specific transgressions, not specific names, but like there were things of like, oh, they were taking shots at the service bar.
Like inside. Like they went inside the bar. Yeah,
now how do you feel about that? I don't think I've seen that like in a while, honestly. I can't really remember. Like now it's an interesting thing because it's like service bar, what I mean by saying that is the place where we pick up our drinks when I ring in a margarita. When you at your table ask me for a margarita, I hit margarita on the computer and then I go wait at the service bar for a margarita. Now, our staff, and this is actually something I don't do. I'll sit at the bar or go in the middle of the bar usually and wait for a drink rather than go to the service bar unless I'm with other servers because I feel bad about standing there when somebody's working.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what the message said. Somebody was standing there working, couldn't do anything because people were taking shots on the bar.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I
yeah, you don't want to,
So I don't even really know.
Well, I don't
100%.
want to like throw shots at anybody, and I don't know who did that. Yeah, so I'm not like.
But overall, I mean, like, you know, I would assume you just wouldn't do that stuff. Period. Because like at the end of the day, the restaurant, as much as we feel like it's like our home sometimes, it's like a second home. It's not, and it is a business, and it is like a business, you know, like.
Well, that's no fun.
And I feel like, you know, you can't just walk around like, you know, you don't be walking in there with your slippers on, looking all crazy and stuff. Like
people do be though
doing weird, crazy stuff and making us look bad. So like, I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying you can't go ahead and do whatever you want. Like we can't yell. Like for instance. As bartenders, there's like one section of the behind the bar where a lot of customers walk behind the bar by accident or on purpose. They don't care, but we always yell at them because, like, God forbid they slip and get injured or something. It's just always wet back there. They should not be back there, but they always try to cut back there to go to the bathroom. And it's like, how could we yell at customers for walking behind because they're running to the bathroom because, you know, like, you drank a lot, you got to pee quick. And they're running to go to the bathroom. We're yelling at them, but then our own people, drunk or not drunk, but like drinking, coming behind the bar, we're not working, and then pouring their own shots. It makes us look bad. It's just the same thing with the vaping. Like we can't yell at people to stop vaping, but then us ourselves are out there vaping everywhere.
Well, I think. Well, you're the first one. You're totally right about. The second one, I think everybody should be allowed to vape.
Well, yeah, I understand.
I feel like that's such a.
At least outside.
You know, and I get it. People have lung cancer, and there's kids everywhere, and nobody needs to be smoking things. But I mean, come on. Can't we make the world PG-13? I mean, people should be allowed to be vaping whenever they want, I think, at this point.
I think that there should be a section, but that's neither here nor there.
That's neither here nor there, exactly. But, I mean, you're definitely right about that, which is totally something that, like, is funny because it's like, the security guards have a hard time like yelling at the other people because we'll be sitting there all vaping.
Yeah. Yeah. So just same thing with like us getting crazy lit. Like it is our job.
So you think we're being a little bit naughty? You would agree we've been naughty?
I mean, I haven't even drank with you guys in a while because I just haven't. Like the last time I did drink with you guys, like we did get a little crazy, you know. And that was me.
When was
That was
this?
a me person. That was with the firefighters.
That was the last
like,
time you were there.
Well, actually, there was I think a time after that, but
I haven't. I'm also like 2 or 3 weeks out of like having drank there.
yeah. So I feel like. You know, you gotta pace it. You know, you can't be going boom, 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 Friday, Saturday, Sunday, crazy, and then like cause a whole
yeah.
scene through the weekend.
So maybe that's what happened.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe it was a Thursday, Friday.
I heard that it was a bit of a Thursday, Friday thing. Now we're both doing a lot of speculation, obviously,
Yeah.
because neither of us were there on Thursday or Friday. But having been there Saturday. You know I was upset I couldn't drink, you know,
I will
at
say
least
we
one
got-
drink.
we got
And
a
I was
new
like, I didn't
drink
even do
menu.
anything.
We got a new drink menu, and I wanted to try the drinks. Like I was trying them at Service Bar while I was making them to make sure they tasted good. There was a lot of good ones, and I was like, ooh, like I would have this for a shift drink. I would have this for a shift drink. I would have it. And every time I'm like, well, I'm not drinking, which is fine because odds are when I get off a shift, sometimes I'm too tired. I go straight home. But the times that I do want to just like, you know, shake some ass, drink a little bit, it's like, you know, it's unfortunate that we can't, but it only is a week. I don't think that's really hard. I think it does help us put into perspective how
I think
important it is.
the message said that they're not sure. As of now, it's a week. I actually checked my messages like a couple times this week to see if somebody sent a follow-up to that. Because it was like a tentative week. It was like, okay, it's a week, but like maybe we'll put some procedures or something in, or like there'll be some rules or something. It seemed like there was something else to that besides, okay, it's a week probation. You know, but I really thought, you know, if there was a problem, you know, that person should have to be punished, and the rest of us.
I guess.
But I think what the thing was it was.
This is a lot of people.
It was a lot of people.
That's why, like, honestly, I kind of. That's the thing is that if it was just one person, they would just only do one person. But I think that's why I feel like we've been abusing it, and that's why I don't disagree with them because, like, I feel like.
I mean, we both said the other day when we talked about this that we. Think that we abuse it and that we didn't think that we should be able to drink it, which from a business standpoint you are correct, and that's why every time I think about this, when I think about it in like a manager's perspective or like a, you know, our owner's perspective, why the hell would he put up with that?
Yeah.
And please don't listen to this. This is at this point this is 15 minutes in, so there's no way.
No, there's no way. No.
Looking behind me like there's a spider crawling on me. So hopefully the people that are in charge, you know, haven't snooped this far in to hear what I really think about it. But what I really think about it is from a business standpoint, like why would you even allow that to happen? I mean, and also they probably closed way smoother a bunch of times, and we're like, wait, this is great. There's no employees here we have to get rid of.
I think that
because we're a pestilence to always get out. We don't want to leave.
You know, it's not even that. I think it's also just the fact that people have been like walking out on like their checks.
I heard
like,
this too, which is something I don't do, and I feel like that's an easy thing to be like, yo, these people like don't pay their checks, don't let them drink. But
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I feel like, you know, it makes sense and it's understandable. I hope that for like those of us, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it.
Trying to give some words of wisdom to them?
No, I'm just saying like for the most part, I hope that at some point it goes back to how it kind of was and just at least we know better now to like not take it too far.
I think,
you know, because there's no point in us taking like a billion shots and then like getting so dummy drunk that like we're Ubering home and not even paying our bill and stuff, and then like the bartenders have to clean up after everything and stuff.
Yeah, I don't mean to sound like mom and dad out here, but I agree with that. You know, clean up the act out here.
Clean it up.
You know, this nonsense in the parking lot, you know.
A lot of nonsense in the parking lot. A lot of things go down in that parking lot.
Yo, I might need to just not have that, but
Oh my god. You know what? You're gonna give them ideas.
I know. I might need to just
you're
like
just gonna
not
have to cut this out.
cut
because,
that
like,
part about.
You know, 1 week we
I don't
say
need
one
to. I
thing.
don't need to rat on people like that.
It's like 1 week we say one thing, the managers are like, you see like those FBI memes where it's like the police and the FBI are like watching when people are like on Twitter saying things that are like crazy wild. They're like, really? How do you do that? And it's like totally a police officer. I feel like that's our managers right now. They're like, oh yeah, they're doing a podcast. We have no idea about it. Oh, you have a podcast, so that's so nice.
I thought about this the other day too because like I did a clip where we talked about how we don't move our cars like they asked us to.
And then they talked about moving the cars. Was that before or after? Because I think that was after. I don't read
they've
our
mentioned
messages.
They've been telling us to move our cars for a while.
Yeah.
You know, consistently. I brought it up after they had mentioned it recently and how I didn't. But now I've just been like, okay, I'm gonna move. But then I posted the clip saying, ratting on myself, saying I didn't move my car, and now I've been moving my car because I called myself out. You know, I said the thing about nobody vapes in the service bar because I didn't want to rat on ourselves.
We can't be. No, we've always not been able to be.
I do be, yeah.
I think,
but I feel like maybe he would think this is funny at some point. I mean, if he doesn't have, nobody's listening to these.
Nobody's listening to these. I know.
Well, they're listening to these. You know what was crazy? Actually, Colfer listens to these, and he was like saying to a bunch of people, like, "Oh, have you heard their podcast?" You know, like he was going to like Ashley, like. Do you know Alec Molly? Like, and I think she would definitely enjoy it.
I think Ashley would
we don't
enjoy
need to be spewing all our shit like that.
Well,
which we do.
And when we're jobless and we have nowhere to go, this podcast will be booming, and we will have nothing better to talk about other than our.
I thought the other day
memories.
that eventually it'll have to be named something else and be about something else because we'll both have been fired.
Oh God!
Or
it's
something.
It's like we're asking for it at this point, but no.
I don't know, but we're
I
not
think
really
doing
asking
good.
for
I think
it.
we're doing fine.
I think it's fine.
We're in the shadows. We weren't even the talk of the town this weekend. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of other names being thrown around and everything, and I feel like we're
What do you mean
not
by
like
that?
not thrown around, but like. People like there's other people that are down in the dumpsters right now after the past weekend, and I feel like
we don't.
We skate through every time. We're just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What do you mean? We skate through every time. Nobody mentions it.
There's nothing that we do that's bad enough for us to like get into like. Now I'm scared. Maybe this podcast jinxes everything.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Well, as far as like what incidents where I could get fired, like, no, I try to make sure that I'm always on my best behavior because I know that I don't want to get fired, you know?
Yeah.
I don't really do anything. I think about that all the time, and I think about how I joke about like, oh, don't fire me, but there's really not a lot of like major infractions that I ever really make.
Yeah.
That being said, let me talk about how I had my table walkout the other night.
Okay, let's hear about it.
This is some more dirt to get myself more in bed. Wow.
Oh,
if
don't fire
the guy, oh man, I'm like, I don't even.
What happened? Because I think
yeah.
the last time you told us about a story too, something about a woman. And now it was the table. It was like everything was going wrong. The desserts, and then you're fighting for them.
Oh, yeah.
So now this is a different
We were
thing.
talking about that. I always enjoy my specific story tables.
Yeah, I love them.
So it was a Saturday night, you know, patio night. I had been sick all week, you know, so I wasn't, you know, feeling my best. You know, I was trying to come in, you know, and make it happen. You know, scrapping it together to make it happen, taking that caffeine, drinking that water, you know, fueling my system to prepare for the night because I needed all the help I could get, you know. it's my last table. It's Saturday.
Always the last table.
And it's always the last table.
Mm-hmm.
On the patio, everything. I never mess up in the middle. It's always towards the end.
Yeah.
But it's because like I start thinking about other things and I lose focus. Excuse me. Anyway. Now I start with these people and I started in good with them. I was in a great mood. I can't really think of the joke that I made. I feel like it's dumb for me to be like, oh, I was funny. But like, I made some quip about my pens. I have the colored pens, if nobody knows. I always wear a full arsenal pen belt, And
I stole that from him too when I was serving at one point. I still have all my pens.
Cassandra said that I stole that from you. Did you hear that? Watch that clip. I'll show that to you. I'll show that to you tomorrow because people said I stole that from you.
No, I stole,
there you go.
I stole it from Alec. Alec was the trendsetter at that time. Yeah.
You can always identify me as my fully arsenaled pen belt.
Yeah.
So, as I do, I'm making, little remarks about the pens. And I was even like, oh, and this one writes like this and this one writes like that. And I'm showing them the pad and I'm being real silly with them. I'm like, okay, these ladies are great. It's a two-top at the end of the night. You get a two-top at 10 o'clock, 10:30. You're like, this could go super terrible, but hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah.
You're like, hopefully these people will be fine. I could just add another table on to the end of my day. But it never goes like that. It always goes terrible. So what kind of drinks you guys have? And I hate that question. We have the drinks. We have all the drinks, okay? Just tell me what you want. Don't make me list off the drinks. Especially, it's one thing if you want to hear our draft selection or something like that. Like, oh, what white wine do you have? But to be like, oh, what fountain drinks do you have? And then to be like, oh, well, I don't want anything sweet. So then this lady goes, after playing around with that, And they're always unsatisfied with me because all of the restaurants in our surrounding area have blackberry iced tea and sweet peach tea lemonade and all kinds of just extravagant drinks that when they come to the stage house and they ask me, oh, what kind of lemonades do you have? And I have to say, oh, we just have regular lemonade. They're very upset.
Yeah, they get upset about that for no reason.
It's like, how many lemonades did you expect me to have?
Yeah.
So this lady then is like, let me get a virgin margarita.
This one. I remember you came to the bar. You were like, I think it was you or somebody was complaining about a virgin margarita.
I was very audible about this when this was going on. And it was Saturday night when you were there.
It was, yeah. I
you were there,
that.
yeah.
You're like, what the heck is that? And I'm like, lime, sour mix, agave.
Because what I thought is you have the tequila in there, and then there's the other ingredient, which is also alcohol.
Triple
sec, right? Yeah, I thought of it at the time, but didn't think of it right now, okay? It was up there. I'm telling you, folks. There's something, but anyway. The story. So I'm like to the lady, I'm like, well, the margarita, 2 of the ingredients are like alcohol. So like virgin margarita is gonna be like lime juice and what? Like
sour mix and agave. Like it's
yeah, so I was like, oh, I don't really know what. And she's like, well, you guys don't really do like mocktails. And again, all surrounding restaurants do these bullshit like mocktails and weird lemonades and weird iced teas. So when you come to our restaurant, I have nothing to offer you. But then they want to play the game. Oh, well, do you make virgin pina coladas? No, I don't have virgin pina coladas.
Yeah, it's bad at our job. We don't have anything.
I don't have, and then it's, oh, well, what frozen drinks do you have? I don't have frozen drinks. I don't have strawberry daiquiris. I don't have pina coladas. I don't have weird lemonades. I don't have weird iced teas. Just order a drink that's on the menu. Just get a lemonade. Just get something simple. You know what you like to drink. You are in life all the time. And you think, oh, I need something to drink. What do I need to drink? Why is it right now you're so far out of reach? You've never had a beverage ever before in your life. You need me to make something up on the spot for you right now? People really think I'm a wizard or something out here.
They really want, like, when you said before that she was like, well, I want something like sweet. That's like, it's one thing to ask like your bartender.
No, she said not sweet. She said
sweet.
she wanted a drink that was not sweet, which is like,
it's one thing to like go
you
to
want
a
a salty drink
and ask them like, hey, I like, whatever gin and I don't like sweet stuff or whatever you want to say.
Hey, that's cool. You're like, I like tequila. Okay.
But a server at a table to just be like, I don't really like sweet drinks. It's like, okay, well, we got iced tea. We got
lemonade, which is kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Iced tea's kind of sweet.
Like soda water. I don't know.
We got water.
Got water.
I got water in the back. You want some water? That's like what?
Yeah, like tonic water too. We have tonic water.
What do you want me to say? Like,
I don't know.
I've never like the more I think about asking for a drink that's not sweet and like expecting me to make up a brand new drink. Like, there's a finite amount of drinks. You know what they all are. And this is a restaurant. It's not a 7-Eleven. So you know what selection we have. But these Chili's, these Outback Steakhouses, these Buffalo Wild Wings are all doing us dirty because they have mocktails and weird lemonades and weird iced teas.
Screw those weird lemonades and those. I like the weird lemonades and the weird iced teas. We should get them at our job. We kind of can make stuff, but it's like it's just not ideal, and it's not like on the menu. I'm
not playing around with that shit,
and
I'm not a bartender, so I don't want to like. You're gonna make me like try to play with this guy to see what I can get this, because then it's like I gotta go to the bar and be like, oh, can you make me a virgin mojito? And that's what we ended up doing.
Oh, really?
That's what we ended up doing. Me and this lady, we got a virgin mojito for her, and she hated it. And she goes, let me get a lemonade. So at this point, I'm pissed off with these people, I just spent half an hour on a two-top playing around. I'm sweating my ass off, recovering from COVID, pissed off, not having a good time at all. This lady's trying to make up new drinks on the spot. So then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to leave you folks alone and go attend to my other tables, because that's what happens. When you waste my time and you mess with me like that, I'm like, let me take my talents elsewhere, see what my other tables are up to.
Yeah.
So
what ended up happening with them? Like, that was kind of it.
I kind of ended up, like, all right, well, I'm going to go to this table and I'm going to go to that table. And we'll see what's going on over here, and we'll see what's going on over there. What's up with Mike? So I dilly-dally their order. Okay, they're one of these, they're. I do this all the time, and this is ratting on myself, and this is bad, but like, I very much am at the point where I like command my section. Like, I'll be like, people will be like, oh, well, we're ready to, oh, well, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I just have to go take this over here. These people are trying to wave me around like, come over here.
That's not that bad. Like,
yeah.
Like, as much as like, you want to help each table so as quickly as you
there's
can.
An order of which it needs to go.
There's an order in which stuff has to be, and there's nothing.
And people don't understand
communicating that to your tables and just being like, hey, I'll be right back. I gotta go. I'll be right back. I just have this right here. And then most of the time they understand that. Yeah,
well, this table, this time I like 3 or 4 times I did like I'll be right back. Let me just go do this real quick and I'll be right back. And then I didn't come back. I did the thing that I needed to do. And then I was like, oh, well, let's just go do the other things. Like, I'll come back to these people eventually. So I dilly-dallied their order. Big time, then then they just gave me apps, so then I did the same bullshit with dilly-dallying their order for their entrees, not paying attention to them. I'm like, okay, this is a low check. I'm not going to get any money from these people. I'm going to go do my other stuff. I'm not going to waste my time dealing with this lady trying to ask me for virgin margaritas.
Yeah.
So I dilly-dallied their main order, after I had dilly-dallied the rest of their experience up until then. So we're probably about like an hour and 20 minutes in or something at this point. They've been sitting there for a long time, and they ordered their entrees. And I'm like, shit, I didn't ring in their entrees. So I'd been dicking them around for a while, and yeah, I stopped paying so much attention to them that I stopped paying all attention to them.
Oh my God.
And literally didn't even put their order in. And then by the time I put it in, I'm in the back, I'm in the back with the food, trying to get the food from the kitchen guys to be like, come on, let's go. Like, let me get it. Trying to, kick them into some type of gear. I get the sandwiches finally. They're like, oh, shit, we don't have the right side. So we put the wrong side on it, And I'm like, okay, fine, it's fine. I'll tell them, sorry, it took a long time. We're going to get you the right side in 1 second. We just put French fries on it real quick. We wanted to get it to you because it's been taking a while. I already know what I'm going to say.
Oh, God.
I'm walking the food out from the kitchen. I make it to the table.
No.
And they're not there.
Dang.
And they're not there. And then I walk inside. And our manager is sitting at the table right there where we do the money because they were on the patio.
Yeah.
So they walked out that way, like through the thing, and he was sitting there on the computer. He's like, what did you forget, Alec? And I just was like, I didn't forget anything. Like, it was just taking a long time.
Don't lie.
But yeah, I was terrible. And, I apologized to him later, I kind of just walked away from it because I still had a lot going on. So I was like, all right, let me just finish up the rest of my night. We'll talk about it later when I have to get him to comp the check, and I'll apologize for it then. So I just, waited till then, and
Damn.
I said he clearly wasn't happy, but it was the end of Saturday night, and he was so pissed with us, and he just didn't want to say anything to me at all. He just did my money, and we did my money in silence.
That's like the worst.
And I'm just like, man, like, I know I could have did a better job. Like, I'm really sorry about it. Like, it's totally my fault. Like, I'm sorry. I should have paid better attention. I know I could have did a better job. Just throwing out everything.
Yeah.
Like when you're apologizing to your ex, but you're in the wrong. You're throwing out everything.
Seeing if anything sticks.
Seeing if anything sticks, It ain't gonna stick, then that was me, and he wasn't talking, and I was just...
So maybe you're next.
Well, I did him a favor. I came in on Tuesday, like I said earlier in this cast.
Yeah. So you started with the good stuff, the stuff that they might hear, the stuff they might not hear.
Well, I mean, I talked about a lot of stuff, but like, yeah, that was kind of why I came in, because I had a rough weekend with him, and Sunday was great. I didn't really work with him that much to make an impression, but like, we're bringing in a lot of people. This is getting a little long now, but we're bringing in a lot of people. And like, I want to make sure my place is there. And they don't try to squeeze me out of my place, because I'm just a part-time worker. And if he doesn't like me, of course I'm a great person to squeeze out.
Yeah.
And especially if I'm messing up. Like, if I don't give him a reason to, and I don't do anything, then they won't.
That's how I feel, honestly, because I know that since I really do only work there a couple of days a week, I do feel like sometimes I do mess up a little bit more because I just don't have the practice of doing it every single day. It's just like, oh shoot, like we got new drinks. Oh my God, we got a new menu. Like, I have a regular job as it is, so I take a lot of my time into that job. To put a lot of time into this job, it is a lot. But sorry, another technical difficulty.
Yeah, another cut. Listen, people,
right.
we're trying. Okay,
it happens. But basically, what I was saying was just that I feel the same way sometimes because I have another job that I feel like they don't, not that they don't need me, but I feel like it's just, maybe I am more convenient for them. Maybe I am helping them out a little bit more because they always need that one other person. Like they said, like they needed someone today to come in. Like they called you, and the fact that you were able to come in probably saved them so much, you know? So I don't think they really
it saved them to some extent. I mean, I was barely there and it wasn't that busy, but like, yeah, like I did still do that for them.
Yeah, and I feel like they don't want to get rid of us just because, but you don't want to be like constantly messing up and feeling like, yeah, I'm just causing more issues than probably non-issues, you know?
Yeah, and just with like all the new hires that keep continuing to happen, it's almost like I don't want to, they're going to be like, oh, well, this guy's working full time. This girl's working full time. All these people work full time and you only want to do 2 days. So we'll keep them. But like also like, I hope that maybe he realizes, oh, when all these people leave, once the summer's over, I'll still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Did you have anything else maybe you wanted to talk about?
It's been nice, guys.
With
Thank
the
you
wonderful viewer, yeah.
for sharing your time with us again.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your time with us again. I'm sorry we didn't talk about who's hot and who's not. Real quick, Sylvia's hot. Melissa's hot because Shanti's hot.
Honestly, like
Robert's hot.
Val is
Mike
hot.
is hot.
Mikey is hot.
Julian is hot. Both of you.
All Julians, everybody, every single person in our restaurant is hot. So Ariana, you're gorgeous. Cassandra, my baby, the love of my life.
I'm just listen. Selena said that she might listen to this. Selena, you're hot. Okay,
Selena.
I was on my phone was open. She was like, "Oh, what's that? You guys do a podcast?" And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I think that we might have said something about you too,
Oh my God. That is so funny.
So we did, okay?
That's funny.
So Selena's hot, AJ's hot. Those are all the people that are hot.
There's a lot of people.
Anybody?
Even the new bartender, shout out to you.
Oh!
Y'all right.
What's his face? Which one? The dude who was there on Sunday with
Christian?
you?
Yeah, I think.
When we were you were training him on Sunday?
Oh, yeah. Nah, he's all right. He's just all right,
Somebody said he was short.
He is short.
I asked somebody
don't have
about
a problem with short guys.
He's taller than you, though.
Yeah.
Somebody who had said that, I don't want to put their name out there, who said this because I don't want to blow up their spot, but they were taller than him. So they were like, "Oh, he's short," But this person also says that about a lot of people, myself included. She says that I'm short.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen. It's whatever. But there's things that
it could be overlooked.
Matter more.
Yo, like the size of your heart.
Like the size of your heart.
And the strength of your character.
Yes.
And the girth of your love.
Okay, shut up. Making it so sexual. It's not
and the bulge in your pocket coming out of your chest, which is also your heart.
Tattoos, honestly. But anyway.
Tattoos. Yeah, do it for... Anyway.
We're not talking about who's hot and who's not, because we're all
Well, we did.
hot.
We talked a little bit about who's hot and who's not at the end here. We should have to do a who's not and who's hot every episode.
It just be the same. I mean,
it would be the same every episode, but like we could do it with every new person. Where we
we're not rating the
Yo, and they're like, yo, they talked about you on the podcast. They said you were a solid 8 out of 10. So who was brand new this week? Well, the bartender was brand new this week. Is there anybody I want to shout out who was brand new that's hot?
I don't think there are any.
No, it's really not appropriate for me to hit on people through the internet like this.
We'll keep it at
and
that.
Compliment them.
You
Except for
guys are all
Sylvia.
beautiful.
Sylvia is the hottest of them all.
Honestly, I do think Sylvia is one of the prettiest girls that we work with. That's on everything.
She really is, and I hope that she invites me to her wedding.
Yes, invite me and Alex to your wedding, please.
You're
we'll
a MILF.
buy a gift. It'll be a gift card.
We'll get you some our restaurant branded collars for your dogs.
Yes.
Like
collars
it'll
for-
have it'll be our uniform for work, except it'll be your collar for your dog.
I like that.
And it'll say his name on it. That would be cute.
That would be really cute.
I want a dog. Anyway,
All right, guys. Thank you for listening.
thank you. Have a wonderful day. Send in a video
Send in a video.
Mike did, and we'll play your video next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.